Andalusia Historic House, Gardens, and Arboretum is one of the most historic old homes in Bucks County in the Philadelphia area. And although the home itself wasn't built until the 1790s, a lot of visitors ask, what was the Biddle family doing during the Revolutionary War? So one of the figures in this exhibition is Mary Scull Biddle. She's this amazing matriarch. Her husband dies and leaves her with 9 children, but she herself is a pretty remarkable figure. Her father had been a surveyor and mapmaker, and when he passes away, she's the one entrusted to take over the family business. One of her sons, Captain Nicholas Biddle, is one of the first captains of the Continental Navy. He learns how to sail with the Royal Navy, but as soon as the War for Independence breaks out, he joins the Continental Navy. He unfortunately lives a rather short life. In 1778, as captain of a ship called the Randolph, he engages a British ship. There's a battle, and the powder on their ship explodes, and he dies. It is the largest loss of life at sea for the US Navy until Pearl Harbor. Another son, Charles Biddle, he spends a life at sea as well, although doing so as a merchant. We like to think of him as the family historian because later in his life he would write an autobiography, and that book includes a lot of what we know about the family's activities during the Revolutionary War. There's another brother who we touch on slightly because he appears in Charles's autobiography, and that's his brother John. He worked for the British as a surveyor, and when war breaks out, John makes the decision to remain allegiant to the British. As a result of that, John has all of his property in Pennsylvania confiscated. He's exiled to New York, and from there he's exiled to Nova Scotia and never returns to Pennsylvania again. The first cousin of Charles and Nicholas Biddle is Clement Biddle. Clement is the quartermaster general responsible for forage. Forage is what the horses need. So it's sort of like being responsible for sourcing gasoline for today's army. What's interesting about Clement is that while he's at Valley Forge or the Battle of Brandywine or these other important moments in Revolutionary history, his wife Rebecca joins him at many of these encampments. As quartermaster general responsible for forage, Clement had to trust in a number of other people to help him do the job. And who better to trust than your own brother, Owen Biddle? But Owen was also involved in the defenses of Philadelphia and the defenses of the Delaware River, working with his cousins James and Edward Biddle, who were also, with him, members of the Committee of Safety, which was sort of like the Department of Defense for Philadelphia and Pennsylvania. One of the elements that they were really instrumental in helping to organize, plan, and execute was the deployment of Chevaux de frise in the Delaware River near Fort Mifflin, sort of near what is today the airport. These were massive wooden structures with metal spikes at the end of them that were laid out at the bottom of the Delaware River and designed to pierce the hull of British ships and at the very least stall British ships from coming upriver by creating an obstacle. And while those ships were stalled, they would then receive cannon fire from Fort Mifflin, Fort Mercer, and Fort Billingsport further south. I think what Andalusia offers that is unique and special is a story of the Revolution that's really about family. These are family members who are doing different things in various parts of the country, and they're staying in touch through letters, they're supporting each other through hard times, and that's a really special aspect of the Revolutionary story that we feel uniquely able to tell here at Andalusia.